And the reason for that is because this is George's character. This is the backbone of the whole thing. And you don't want to do anything that interrupts that or changes that or diverts that.
What's up, everybody? A lot of people say Star Wars is dead. With Disney came over, they did the sequels that completely wrecked Star Wars. You have all the shows like The Acolyte and Ahsoka and the Kenobi show that are just abysmal, you know? So a lot of people say Star Wars is dead. But then you get something like this. You get something like this right here. Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. Ooh, I just watched the finale last night. We need to have a talk. No spoilers right now. I might talk a little bit about spoilers at the end, but I'll let you know if I'm doing that. This show, okay, see, this is where things I don't like Disney Star Wars. I don't like the sequels. I don't like a lot of the shows that have been coming out. Like Mando was good. Season 1 and 2 was good. Then season 3 fell off. That was horrible. All right, Ahsoka was trash. We're going to talk about Ahsoka because there's a key figure involved with Ahsoka that we need to discuss. Ahsoka was trash. I mean, Andor was pretty cool. We all know Disney Star Wars is not good, okay? But then, what is this? This Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord is Disney Star Wars, right? I mean, it's made under Lucasfilm, under the Disney Star Wars banner. Why is this so good? What's going on here?
Well, we wanted to make a show people would watch, so we said, let's make a show about Darth Maul.
And let's talk about Dave Filoni now, okay? Ahsoka, the Ahsoka series. Where is it? Right here, okay? Who created the Ahsoka series? Written by Dave Filoni, directed by Dave Filoni. The character of Ahsoka Tano is created by Dave Filoni. Ahsoka is Dave Filoni's baby. Yet this show sucked. This show was not good, okay? This show was not good at all. How is the same person who made this show? How is the same person who made this show? And from what I hear, he had some involvement with the Acolyte too. How does the person who made Ahsoka how did they make Star Wars Tales of the Jedi? Star Wars Tales of the Jedi is also another excellent project. Okay, this was my favorite thing that Disney Star Wars did when it came out. Okay, and it might still be this honestly, Tales of the Jedi and Maul Shadow Lord are probably my two favorite things that came out of Disney Star Wars. I gotta give a round of applause, man. This, in my opinion, Darth Maul died in Phantom Menace, but I loved this, okay? This was so good. So now the question is, if Dave Filoni, working on his own, writing, directing, puts out a project and it's Ahsoka, which wasn't good, with the character that he created, if you look at Maul Shadow Lord, were there other variables involved other than Dave Filoni that made it what it is? Because now you look at creators over here, you see Dave Filoni and you see Matt Michnovetz, right? So who is this Matt Michnovetz guy? You look over here, he's written Shadow Lord, he's written Tales of the Underworld, he's written Tales of the Empire, he's done The Bad Batch, he did Jedi Survival, Jedi Fallen Order. Notice something here. He wrote the story for Jedi Fallen Order, and he only did additional writing for Jedi Survivor. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I prefer Fallen Order much more than Survivor. Survivor was a complete letdown in my opinion. So that makes sense right there, you know? You have this guy doing Fallen Order, but he didn't, you know, he only did additional writing on Survivor, so there were some changes there. But okay, but anyways, so you have this guy, he's been working on some Star Wars stuff. But then you also have Tales of the Jedi. Tales of the Jedi was created by Dave Filoni, written by Dave Filoni, supervising director Dave Filoni. So this is Dave Filoni's baby right here, you know? It's Tales of the Jedi. So I don't understand. So Dave Filoni has it in him. He has that magic in him to put out stuff like Maul Shadow Lord. I mean, he co-created the Clone Wars. Some of the best Star Wars you're ever going to see is in that show. Season 3, episode 15, 16, and 17. The Mortis arc. I mean, come on. That's fantastic stuff right there, you know?
And I think we just sat down and started talking about it, and I just laid out kind of the throw of what I wanted this season to be about, and really, I really to express like Jedi going up against not him as a lightsaber fighter, but him as a philosophy, and how Jedi would be down on their luck in this time, and the hardest thing for a Padawan to do would be to stick to the teachings. So when Doc is saying you must rely on the kindness of strangers, that's critical because he means it, and he can seem naive and he can seem out of date, but he's right.
So Dave Filoni has it in him. I just don't know what's going on here. Like, what is happening? Why is Star Wars in such shambles when they can clearly create things like this? Why was Ahsoka such why was that show so bad? Why was Kenobi? Oh my gosh, Kenobi was horrendous. Kenobi is up there with Rise of Skywalker. Those two are just the absolute worst of the worst in Disney Star Wars. But but that's my question, man. Why the show was so good? Okay, now I'm going to talk about spoilers. This final episode, the Dark Lord, the way they handled Vader in this, it slaps Kenobi right in the face. The Kenobi series. It's like Dark Knight Rises, Bane putting his hand on the dude's face.
I'm in charge.
Do you feel in charge?
That's what this Vader did to the Vader in Kenobi. The Vader in Kenobi is trash. Is garbage. It's horrible. What they did with Vader and Kenobi in that show is a disgrace. And you brought Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor back, and that's what you gave us? How is this so good? How was Vader so good in this show, in an animated show, in one episode, yet you brought Hayden Christensen back to don the Darth Vader costume alongside Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you didn't give that show a proper budget? Whoever wrote and directed that show I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up right now. Because Kenobi... Because why do I need to make an account to look at IMDb? Okay. Joby Harold was the creator of that show. Joby Harold, what have you done? What have you done, Joby Harold? Writer for Kenobi. What has he written? Army of the Dead, Awake, Kenobi, The Flash, Transformers, Rise of Beasts, Kenobi the Patterson cut. I don't know anything about that. Yeah, this guy. And the direction on the show was trash too. It felt like it was made by some like some guy still in film school, you know, who directed the show. It's that Asian lady, right? Deborah Chow. Yeah, Deborah Chow. The direction was not good, and the writing was not good. And it looks like we can blame a lot of that on Joby Harold. I don't know who Stuart Beatty is. All these people, not good. Okay, we don't want them. This right here, we need more of this. We need this in live action as well. Star Wars, Maul, Shadow Lord. Again, I think Maul should have died in episode 1. How you got Qui-Gon Jinn get stabbed through the chest and he dies, and Maul gets sliced clean in half and he still survives makes no sense to me, you know? So, this show is fantastic. This show is really good. And I've been in a Star Wars mood lately with I mean, we had May the 4th just now. I've been playing Jedi Power Battles, I think it was. I never played that back in the day. I just got that. Playing that. Star Wars Pod Racing, like episode 1 Racer. Oh my gosh, so much nostalgia with that game. So I hope now that Dave Filoni is like the creative co-head of Lucasfilm, I hope that we move into a better direction here, because clearly Dave has it in him. I just really don't get what he did with Ahsoka, and even some stuff in Rebels. I know a lot of people like Rebels, but Rebels is a step down from Clone Wars. And granted, it's more of a kid show, so who cares, whatever. But I mean, you've seen the guy do some awesome stuff. Like, look at this, Maul Shadow Lord. And who did this final episode? Directors Brad Rao, Nathaniel Villanueva. Writers Matt Brad Rao. So this is Brad Rao. I mean, we got to get Brad Rao and more stuff. Who else wrote the episode? Dave Filoni developed. Okay, but we gotta get the people who actually wrote and directed, because the way they directed Vader in that episode. The way he was animated, the way he was moving, the way he was acting, it was so good.
And they studied the heck out of the animation, the movement, the physicality, and I think surpassed what we did in Rebels. I mean, and it's funny, it's a lot of the same team. Stu would have been there on Rebels, you know, and had to animate him the first time. So you want to always get better. And I think that's hopefully what the team has done here. They've gotten better and gave you a better Vader than we gave you before. The key to Vader for me is that, like, he's not Anakin. He doesn't recognize that. He can't. Anything that reminds him of Anakin, he's going to destroy. So when he sees a Jedi, he's going to destroy the Jedi, because the Jedi would remind him unconsciously or consciously that he betrayed all of his friends and everything he knew and the life he grew up with. For what? For nothing. He lost everything. He made a bad trade. He was lied to, he was deceived. He can't accept that truth. So he's even farther down the path than Maul. Maul is struggling to let go of hate, but Anakin got consumed by it. If he were to face what he did, it would destroy him more. He is a destroyer, Darth Vader, and only, critically, only his son, only his offspring could make him spark, could make him see something. But at first, selfishly, you and I can rule the galaxy. That's where he goes. He doesn't come all the way back. It's a long process. So, and the reason for that is because this is George's character. This is the backbone of the whole thing. And you don't want to do anything that interrupts that or changes that or diverts that. And this doesn't do it, because this is the price you pay when you give into your anger.
When you see a project working, get those creatives. They got some magic juice in them. Get those creatives to, you know, help out with some other projects, because they know what's going on. So yeah, man, I thought Maul Shadow Lord was a really good show. It was really fun to watch all the way throughout. It felt like Star Wars again. You know, I was really happy about that. And Dylan, the apprentice, is she going to be Darth Talon in the future? Her character is really cool. Even her master was really cool. All the show was good. If you guys have given up on Star Wars and you want a cool Star Wars show, check out Maul Shadow Lord. Don't give up on Star Wars. Star Wars is never going to die. Disney Star Wars sucks, but Star Wars is always awesome. It's a creation of George Lucas. Episode 1 through 6 is always going to be there. You don't have your love for Star Wars doesn't need to go away, because Star Wars is good. It's awesome. It's fantastic. The fan fiction that we've been getting has been trash, but Star Wars has been good. Granted, this is fan fiction in my opinion, because it's not, George Lucas is not involved. But yeah, man, this was still good. I enjoyed this. So go check out Star Wars Maul Shadow Lord. It was fantastic. Props to Sam Witwer. Props to Dave Filoni. Props to Matt Michnovitz. Props to everybody who wrote and directed. Show was cool. So with that said, let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you guys have seen the show, let me know what you thought. If you haven't, go watch the show. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.